to say that things are completely calm. Things are calmer than they were before, and there's definitely a lot more law enforcement resources in the downtown area at this moment because of all the mutual aid that has been called into the area. But it's not completely calm. There's still little areas of unrest that still appear to be happening in the downtown area right now. Mark? The 101. Yeah. No, so this is the CHP block from earlier. This is the 101 through the downtown slot as it approaches the 5 and the 10 and the East LA interchange. So that's where people were earlier throwing objects off of the Los Angeles Street Bridge down onto the CHP vehicles below. So CHP still has the southbound lanes of the 101 closed, and that's going to be a hard closure for some time just because there's a lot of debris there. And as far as an investigation goes by CHP, I'm not sure, to be honest, how long that's going to take or how long CHP is going to want to keep those southbound lanes of the 101 closed. The northbound lanes of the 101 are open at this time, but those southbound lanes, those are going to be closed at least into the morning. You good? Check. Yeah. Where's 9? Let's go back on the north side and see what's on fire. Let's go back around north. I think on like probably Hill or Spring, they got something else on fire in the middle of the intersection. I think that's Spring. Spring and First. You should be able to tilt up and see it. There it is. So yeah. Quick stop. And a little back east if we can. Yeah, they're behind us though. A good ways. If you can keep coming east. What's that? You're good. Yeah. Like a half mile. Well, maybe a little less, but you got room. Is he talking to you? Okay. I got him. George said what? I don't think you know George. They're putting the fire out. Oh, 11:48. Yeah. I. Copy, Mike. Yeah, we keep seeing intersections of activity. What you were just seeing was Spring and First. A little bit further down on Broadway and First, we were hearing reports of possible vandalism at the LA Times building. We haven't been able to lay eyes on it ourselves to confirm that, but we're just hearing a lot of little reports of activity keep on popping off in this section of downtown that these protests and this activity has been focused on through the entirety of today. So you could see there, that's Broadway and First right there, and you can see that contingent of LAPD with the mutual aid from LA County Sheriff's Department. I've even seen CHP even working with them in a mutual aid capacity. So they have a skirmish line there, and I think I've counted probably 6 or 7 skirmish lines set up on different blocks and different intersections where LAPD, has kind of blocked off certain areas because they have they don't have giant crowds of people that they're working with right now, but they have groups of about 10 or 20 that kind of splinter off and scatter, and then they get back together, they launch fireworks or things like that, and then LAPD has to decide, okay, do we block a certain road to kind of prevent people from continuing moving in a certain direction, or you have to keep in mind where this kind of all started was the federal building at Temple and Alameda. That is still a heavily protected area in the downtown area, and all of the law enforcement officers in this area, as you could see there, it looks like, so I think I see Pasadena Police. I'm not sure what department that is. That might be Monrovia. So you really see kind of the effect and the what happens when you have a mutual aid situation of this capacity is all these departments, as we get close to the midnight hour from all over Southern California are now descending on downtown to help with the situation. Even though things are a little bit calmer right now, they still LAPD just still asking for a little bit more help and just trying to make sure it remains calm through the night, and they have no other issues pop up. Mark? Got about that much time left. You got about 5 more minutes in you, Jason? You got about 5 more minutes in you? Okay. Copy. Oh yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we'll need to do that. Yeah. Yeah. You got the walkout at 1 p.m., remember? Check, check. Yes. What did you say? It's like 500 feet? 1,000? Yeah. It is a good ways. Your mic sounds like you're underwater. Yeah. Yeah. Simon Desker 7, looks like we're off the air. We're going to take the opportunity to go fuel up and land.